Hello Virgo, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the energy and predictions for the sign of Virgo for the next 3 months. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Virgo, let's go ahead and see what's coming forward for you here for the quarter 3 updates for 2025. So we'll be taking a look at July, August, and September here for that period of time. Now, just a friendly note here. You know, in many parts of the world, it is summer. Go out there, enjoy yourself, enjoy the nice weather depending on where you are, and yeah, really make the most of it. Don't forget that, you know, this period of time only comes around once a year, so enjoy it. All right, let's go ahead and let's get all of the cards out here. We'll get everything set up and in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. Okay. I think that's looking just about good enough to me for right now. All right, energy on the bottom. Virgo, you have the Chariot. So Chariot is Cancerian energy, right? But the Chariot can really indicate sort of like creating a path forward for yourself. You can see that this person in the Chariot, they're driving forward, and this can indicate willpower, determination, and more importantly, success in the tarot. It's also this idea of as above, so below. You know, the actions we take, the things we put out to the universe really are reflected back to us. And it really is up to you to set that path forward and to create a victory for yourself in life. And so I do see that there is some success here coming forward for you as you have the Chariot on the bottom, which is really nice. Now let's see what this success might be around. I'm sort of getting like a forward momentum, or like a push, like a push forward is kind of what's coming into my mind as I'm looking at this Chariot card here. So that's always very good when we go into periods like that. So yeah, this next 3 months could see you having some type of success or victory in your situation. And for some of you, this may be around your romantic situation. Okay, some of you may be having a change in your romantic status, right? So this could mean that some of you are going from single into a relationship. I think that's more likely. Some of you may even get a proposal as well, a marriage proposal as well in the next 3 months, because you actually have a really, really good combination for that. I see counterparts here with the King and the Queen of Pentacles. I see a marriage card, and I see a proposal energy. Now, not everybody is here for love. In fact, most people don't come to my channel for love. And so what could be going on here is some of you might have like a meeting of the minds here that could end up being very beneficial for you. All right, so this means that you could, it is very true that one person, we could meet one person and that person could totally change this trajectory of our lives, good or bad, right? And some of you maybe already know someone, or some of you may be meeting somebody here in a workplace context that could, bring about some type of new motivation, or more opportunities for you in your situation. There may also be an opportunity to really see a dream come in for you in the next 3 months. Let me explain. So in the middle, we do have this Page of Cups. This is a good proposal card, okay, in the tarot, especially when you have this stacked up with some of the other cards here. So you love to see this for the people who are coming to this reading for relationship energy. This seems to be pretty good, okay? The relationship stuff here seems to be actually really good for you, okay? So this person could say, hey, I'm interested in dating you at like a mundane level, like first date type of energy, but in a reading like this, because of the other cards, this could be a marriage proposal as well. Now, for the people here that are not interested in love, this can be an opportunity or an invitation to investigate something such as a dream. Okay, this person is a good dreamer. Okay, they always have some sort of dream in mind as they operate through life. And this can bring about some level of happiness or an offer that in your life that brings some level of happiness to you in some way, if it's not like a love situation. So you're starting off hot here for the next 3 months. In fact, you have a really, really good set of cards here for your reading. So I like to see this. Now in the first column here, you have the King of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. So I'll just say that we have a counterpart here, King and Queen of Pentacles. So that's usually a good sign for like a connection, right? This means that you're compatible. It's a counterpart, right? You're compatible with this person. And then you have the Two of Cups, which from my perspective really is the best love card in the tarot. As you know, it's like two souls linking up, as you can see here in this lifetime. It can represent a really deep union between you and another person, a soul bond, a soul connection, this sort of thing. Okay, so it can really say that you are initiating a partnership, okay, a romantic partnership, or for the people not here for love, some other type of partnership in your life. I do like to say that this could also mean like you're partnering with yourself on something, although looking here, we don't really have nines, right? So I usually like to see a 9 if I'm taking that definition. So it seems like this reading is pretty heavily focused on some other people that are present in your situation over this next 3-month period of time, because we do have a 3, and then we also have like 4 court cards, right? 4 court cards, okay, which can be people in the tarot. Now, the King of Pentacles is somebody who's successful, okay, in life, financially successful or otherwise, and it comes down to their habits and their routines, and that they're kind of like first one to arrive, last one to leave, you know, type of energy. Always on time, always ready to do the mundane hard work that some people may choose not want to do. You know, the King of Pentacles has gotten to their throne by having that type of energy about them, right? And so some of you may also be over this next 3 months looking at your work routines as well, or your just daily routines. You know, is what I'm doing putting me in a position or path for success or to be successful in some way? So some of you looking at that over the next 3 months, any Pentacles court card could be any earth sign as well, and you have your energy here showing up potentially. It could also be Capricorn, Taurus as well, Virgo, right? Any earth sign could be in a Pentacles court card. Now, lastly, you have this Queen of Cups, which is somebody who's deeply intuitive, and also similar to this idea of the page here, where they're very good at creating a dream or a vision, right? They're very good at like visualizing an outcome and seeing it before it happens. Okay, so this is like a psychic, intuitive energy potentially with the Queen of Cups, but it's also it's like the traditional therapist in the tarot as well, right? So this is somebody who's a very good listener, skilled listener. So we'll see how that plays into this reading. Now in the middle here, you have the Three of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the Star. Now the Star is an absolutely beautiful card. The Star, it represents, it is a wish card as well. So I've talked about this idea of a wish for you, okay? I feel a pretty strong wish coming in, but it's not just a wish, it's wish fulfillment, meaning that it can actually arrive for you, provided that you've been, sending good energy to this wish, you've been like, taking the steps that you need to take in order to make it happen. The Star can be the arrival of a wish that you have long held, or a dream that you've long held, a long held dream of yours. Now, this is also a great card for healing as well. So the Star is in a healing pool of water, and they are recovering from a potentially challenging situation as the Star comes after the Tower, right? So I also like to say this is a social media card because it's like being in the starlight or being a star. And I would say that maybe if it's not social media, what could be happening is some of you may be the star of the show here at work as you have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles can really connect to the people you work with, okay? The other thing is this is a talent card in some respects or a card of building because of the mallet and the anvil being symbols of building something, right? So some of you may also have a really nice talent here. I generally like what's going on in your work situation and also in your connections to others in this next 3 months. It seems like you are in a strong position with other people here, meaning like I think other people respect you. I think that for those here for relationship stuff, it seems like this could be a really genuinely nice connection that you have with this person as well. So across the board, it looks really, really good for you so far. So far. I would also say, what else did I want to say here? I think that you may even have an opportunity to, for people here for career, I think that you are showing up very strong in your career. I've kind of already said that, but I think there could even be promotion energy here because of the king and the queen of pentacles with the star. Or if it's not a promotion, you're getting some significant recognition. Okay, for those of you who are still working, there could be significant recognition here with the star and the three of pentacles. But this is why we clarify. I want to find some other cards to sort of confirm that, but it's a feeling that I have for some of you. In the final column, you have the Hierophant, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Fool. Okay, so the Hierophant here, this is the marriage card, okay, one of the strong marriage cards in the tarot. And again, we have this idea of a proposal, a partnership, a counterpart, and now we have this marriage card, okay? So you can kind of see how this is kind of lining up for you. For those of you who are expecting something like that, it seems pretty strong, okay? Seems pretty strong. That is on the way. You could even be starting a family here as well because you have this Fool energy. The Fool is brand new energy, okay? It indicates something brand new, right? So you could say like newborn, right? I would want to see the Empress, but regardless, this is a feeling I have. Some of you could even be starting a family in the next year, you know, it may, but there could be like a significant timeline in your relationship setting here or your relationship scenario here for sure. Queen of Pentacles, somebody who can give you practical advice, okay, on an issue. But I think that this is more so connected to a counterpart here with the king being there as well. Okay, the king being there as well. And then we talked about the Fool. I think that there's a strong new beginning potential here for Virgos over the next 3 months. This will be derived from the connections that you've created up to this point, and also some recognition that is very much, it's deserved, right? It's recognition that you deserve, okay, in your situation because of these cards. And this could certainly lead you to some new path in your situation. And what I mean by that is this may signify that you are transitioning into like a managerial role or into an executive role, or maybe you've hit an important marker in your business. If you're not here for relationships with this Fool energy, okay, there could be something brand new coming in for you in that area, all right? So let's go ahead and let's move into the clarifications portion of this reading, okay? We're gonna go ahead and start off by pulling some oracle cards here for you, Virgo. Then we'll pull some tarot cards as well to get more specific details or to get more specifics on this reading, okay? All right. You have the Miriam, Sacred Vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal, see the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. You know, you see two people like the twins here, okay? But I like this idea of Sacred Vision, but I'm looking at this similar to the Two of Cups, where it does feel like there's a really solid partnership here forming, okay? Union. What else do we have? Okay, we'll take, wow, I pulled a lot for you. Let's see what else we have here. You have El Moria, Awakening Presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. You then have Lady Portia, Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. And Lady Nada, Heart Awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. A lot of energy of balance, partnership, of union seeming to be pretty good here for you. And notice that this person is kind of wearing a veil or a gown as well on the Lady Portia card. Very interesting. Let's see what else we have. Okay, you've pulled a bunch of cards here. Okay, you have a high vibe card. I will read that one separately because it's a pretty big one. You then here have Commander Ashtar, Call to Action, Take Charge, Lead by Example, Walk Your Talk. Serapis Bay, Ascension, Move into your true self, Rise above the darkness, the light is here. As well as Saint Germain, Karma Releasing. Move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. Okay. Okay. I like this idea of Serapis Bey moving, like this idea of ascension. That's kind of what I felt like. Now this card's, I have like 3 high frequency or high vibe cards. This is one of them. The Divine Director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. So if something changes, for example, I see this card come forward, like if somebody, like if a meeting is canceled or a flight is canceled or, you know, something just doesn't exactly seem to be going right. It's sort of like the way that this card asks you to approach it is the universe is rearranging your schedule. Okay, the universe is rearranging your timeline. You never know what might happen with the divine director. And the idea is that, you know, it's this idea of like sometimes the wrong train takes you to the right station, you know, in life. Sometimes the wrong train takes you to the right station. That's the divine director. Okay, so let's see how this continues to unfold here. Wow, you pulled a lot of oracle cards. Wow. Yeah, let's go ahead and move into the tarot clarifications now. Thank you so much for being here, Virgo. I really do appreciate you spending your time with me, and I do hope things are going well for you. Okay. You have, well, there's another marriage card. You have the Four of Wands, the Ace of Wands, wow, and, wow, the Lovers. Virgo, this could not be a better, more perfect situation in relationship stuff for you, okay? Really, truly. You're pulling the big ones here, for sure. You got the Lovers, the Page of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Hierophant. Now the Four of Wands is the other major marriage card. Okay, you can even see the people here on the card are in a ceremony, right? They're surrounded by family, friends. They just got married, okay? Or someone just got married here. Four of Wands can also indicate stability in life if you're not here for your relationship situation. And with that King of Pentacles, I do think some of you are looking at like, how are my habits supporting me on a day-to-day basis? Like, are my habits, are my routines creating stability? Are they not? As that is with the King of Pentacles. You then have the Ace of Wands, passionate new beginning in life. With the Two of Cups, if this isn't like an immediate marriage situation, this is certainly something that could be passionate and long-term. Okay, passionate and long-term for sure. I'd also say Ace of Wands, when combined with like, let's say an Empress, could indicate fertility. But because you have all of these marriage signs and all these like love cards, that's very possible as well. Because the Ace of Wands is like creation energy, right? It's a good card for entrepreneurs. It's a good card for people wanting to start businesses. And also in the relationship aspect, you know, it's this idea of creation as well. And with the Lovers, this can speak to significant relationships. But for the for the other people here, this may indicate some important choice you have to make in your situation or in your life. So let's see what that might be around. Okay, you have the Star again. Incredible. You have the Nine of Swords and the Three of Swords. Yeah, so listen, this Three of Swords, my approach to tarot is like you have to blend these cards, right? And when we have a reading like this where like every single card is so positive, especially in the relationship area, this Three of Swords may indicate needing to separate or part with something that your heart is in, okay? So I don't see breakup here. I don't see divorce. I don't see separation. I see something completely different. You know, I see something completely different. As it's with the Star, you know, some of you just may be going through like a new phase in your life, right? So like with the Nine of Swords, this can indicate right here, this can indicate anxiety, depression. It can indicate sort of like fear about something, and it may mean that your situation is changing. For example, like people get married, it's like you're now dedicating a part of yourself to this person, right? So that's like a big deal, right? For many people, it's a big deal. Maybe other people not so much, but for many people, that's a big deal, you know? And so it could just be that you're kind of trying to like figure out how this next phase looks for you, and this may be a little daunting. Okay, it's kind of what I'm getting here. Again, you are in a very strong position with other people with the Star, okay? Coming in twice, okay? So especially as it's with the Three of Pentacles, some of you may be leaving a work scenario to take a better opportunity. That may be why the Three of Swords is here as well. And this may be made after some like deep contemplation or a lot of deliberation on, do I stay, do I go? Okay, with the Nine of Swords, this could certainly be the case, but the thing is, you're sort of like in front of people right now. Okay, that's the thing. You're in front of people. Okay, whether on social media or otherwise, you've got people's attention. You've captured people's attention here for sure, with the double star and the Three of Pentacles. So now it's sort of like you're rightfully so taking advantage of the opportunities that you've created for yourself. Okay. You then have the Four of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Six of Swords. Wheel of Fortune says fate is aligning for you. You know, there's a destined opportunity potentially here. It doesn't indicate that it will be around forever, but it indicates that it's here. And also that there's some luck in your situation. It's a very positive card. So your fate could be turning around here in a nice way, especially as it connects to another person. I think some of you may be headhunted, meaning like, you know, for a new opportunity that brings about some new income, or you know, more like a higher status in some way. And sort of the stars are aligning here with the star and the Wheel of Fortune. That's a classic stars are aligning energy for you, especially around some wish. I think some of you have dreamed about this for some time. Now, what will you do with the opportunity in front of you, right? What will you do? So you have the Six of Swords, which indicates transition. And with the Fool, this is why I think the Three of Swords is here, because you realize that you're phasing one part of your life out and you're walking in, or you're sailing towards a new phase, right? A new cycle. So, you know, it's sort of like a bittersweet type of energy. It's generally a good problem to have. You then here have the Four of Pentacles, which, you know, some of you may be budgeting, planning, and saving for a wedding. That's like a very obvious one. Even if like you are, let's say you're already married, like let's say you're a grandparent, or one of your children maybe is getting married. Like some of you could also be sort of like preparing for that in some way as well. That's also very possible here. Okay, the Four of Pentacles in this case I think is about saving. Some of you may also be getting a little cold feet, a little bit of a, I think that's the right term, around like what's, you know, do I actually initiate this next stage of my situation? You have the Queen of Cups again on the bottom. Never, don't feel embarrassed to reach out for help if you want to talk to somebody. There are many great professionals out there. So Queen of Cups is classic, like therapist, coach, somebody who's really good at listening. If you're not interested in any of that, it could just be a friend that's a really good listener as well. But I also think that this could be a sign of deep intuition about something that you have, okay, as you have the Queen of Cups twice, as well as some of these oracle cards. Why don't we move into the Kipper energies? Let's see what's in the Kipper energies for you. Okay, you have toil and labor. Definitely hard work energy here, for sure. High honor, there it is. I was looking for that card. Great fortune, incredible. Mature man, official person, wow. And pathway, amazing, amazing, amazing. High honor and official person. So a high honor means that people respect you, respect what you do, okay? You have maybe even accomplished something. You may have accolades in whatever it is that you are. Like maybe you won some award at work, or maybe you're in the military or something like this. This could also be the case. Like you're decorated, so to speak, in whatever it is that you're doing, okay? Yeah, and you can kind of use that to progress forward. And also that people, when you speak, people listen, okay, with this high honor energy, okay? And also this official person, this could be somebody formally offering you advancement in some way, career advancement, or something like this, right? This could be anybody that is sort of like required, such as like, I know that's kind of basic, but for example, it's like, what's the example that I like to give? Obviously, HR needs to sign off on any sort of like new job, right? So this would be, HR could show up as like the official person, or somebody performing the wedding ceremony or whatever, right? So like, this is what I'm talking about, okay, that type of energy. Pathways 3 to 6 months in the future, but this is your dharma, okay? This is very, very soul aligned for you. And Great Fortune says that there's a lot of abundance available to you at this time. It's the best card to find in the Kipper deck, okay? This is incredible energy. I'm going to leave it right here. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.